never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out right around the 39. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. Being chased out left. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
In the end zone.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Off play action. Allen rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. Greed was good as he got into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Carry for Dalvin Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
Play to John Brown. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Hardman on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run, Cook. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Devin McCourty on the tackle. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Jets 7, Titans nothing.
Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tennessee.
John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time, Allen will throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. shotgun now for Wentz. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Gain of 6.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. The carry, it's Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Josh Allen on the
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 35-yard line.
On play action, Allen forced out to his left and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage.
But he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It'll buy some time right. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
Brings up 3rd.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime. And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half. That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get two opponents one. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On play action, it's Wentz. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Number 15, the ball.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
On the carry.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
To number 16.
Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Titans' 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and a yard.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Titans 16.
From the 41, Wentz. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Titans first.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Titans 24, Jets 17.
Set now to kick this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check. Lucky.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Allen give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So here we go. Still down one score. And here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Hit the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
First down.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead They found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. An ideal down and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought.
And this is it.